Hi everyone! Okay, so this is going to be a very exciting series where I'm going to read every book that I own. So I have a lot of books in front of me and also the camera is on a stack of books. But first I went over every book that I own and I have some books that I'm going to unhaul first. So the first three books are Sabriel, Abortion and Lyrio from Garth Nix. I got these books in England a couple years ago because they were very cheap and I saw them on a couple videos, but I'm just really not interested in these books, so I'm just gonna make someone else happy with them and it's okay. Then I have Where the Crawdads Sing by Delia Owens. And this book also, I've wanted to read it for the last two Halloweens, I think. But I'm really not interested in this book. And also I read some disturbing things in regards to the author. So yeah, I'm just going to donate it. Then the book that I own probably the longest, and that is Stain by A.G. Howard. I have had this book for over 15 years, I think. At least it feels like 15 years. And I haven't read it, and I only bought it because it's so pretty. But if I haven't read it in 15 years, I think I won't do it in the next 15 years. Then I have Hotel Magnifique by Emily J. Taylor. I got this book also a couple years ago. I mean, with almost every book it's the same story. I'm just really not interested in it. And it keeps being a pain in my eye every time I look towards my shelf. So I'm getting rid of it. Then the book Tomorrow, Tomorrow and Tomorrow. I got this book because I got it almost for free. But yeah, also not interested. And then the last book is Gilded by Marissa Meyer. I've had this book for I don't know how long. I'm just not interested. I'm sorry, I don't have a very interesting story to tell you about these books, but these books just haven't caught my interest in a very long time, so they're gone. Okay, then I have a lot of books that will remain in my TBR and I'm going to show them to you, and we're just going to go by category, I think. I'm starting with Lessons in Chemistry by Bonnie Garmus, which, look at this edition. It's so pretty. This is historical fiction and I know everyone loves this book, so I'm really excited to read this one. Then I have the book that I want to say almost done with, and that is Anastasia by Sophie Lark. This book is so thick, it's not normal. But as you can see, I only need to read this part, so there's like probably 200 pages anyway, but I do love this book. I really like it, but I haven't picked it up in a while. Then I have three Dutch books. If you don't know, I'm Dutch. And I normally don't read in Dutch, but I had a fun video idea that I would read 3 Dutch books. In the week we celebrate our king, which we do on King's Day, but I didn't do that because I wasn't uploading anything on BookTube, I think, during that time. But anyway, the first book I have is Verloren Alluria by Robin Roosendaal. This is high fantasy, I think, and it's really fun because this type of books I never see like the author being Dutch, so that's really fun. Then I have Bloedwetten by Sophia Drent. This is a vampire book, I think, and I'm really excited to read a Dutch vampire book. Sounds like fun. And then the last book I have is Mag ik bij jou by Sanne Hillemans, and this is a romance, and it looked the most like other romances I may read because I don't know, but Dutch books, the covers are most of the time not really pretty, but this one I also don't really like it, to be honest, but it is the closest to something I would like, so I picked this one out. Then I think we're going to tackle the YA books, which I have a lot of, even though I don't read a lot YA anymore, but that also says a lot about why they're still on my TBR. The first book is The Prison Throne by Holly Black, and this book just came out this year, so I don't have it really long on my TBR. It is large print, however, I don't know why. I'm really looking forward to read this one because I really love the first book. Then I have King of Scars by Leigh Bardugo. I still need to read other books by Leigh Bardugo before I can read this one, but I also have this one for like 5 years, I think. Then I have Hollowpox and Wundersmith by Jessica Townsend. I just read the first book. When did I read it? I don't know, a couple months ago. I read the first book and now I have these 2 books to get to. Really excited. Then I have another book by Holly Black and that is How the King of Elfame Learned to Hate Stories. If I finish this book, I will have finished the Folk of the Air series, I think. So yeah, really excited to get to this one. Then I also have Clockwork Princess and Clockwork Prince by Cassandra Clare. I don't know how I could forget that name. And then the other 2 books by Leigh Bardugo, Six of Crows and Crooked Kingdom. So I need to read these 2 books before I can get to King of Scars, I think. If I'm wrong, please let me know. Okay, so those are my YA books. Now we're going to go to... what's fun? Okay, we're going to go to fantasy. So I have the entire Mistborn trilogy by Brandon Sanderson. If you don't know, I just read Warbreaker, which is also a book by Brandon Sanderson, and I really like that one. So I'm really curious to get into this series. Then I have the last couple of books that I need to read for The Witcher. I'm saying the last couple, but it's actually 4 books. I'm now at the 3rd book, which is actually the 5th book. Yeah, so because there are 2 that go before the first one. So it is quite a long series, but the books aren't that thick. But it reads a little bit slower than I read my other books. So I'm still really liking it. And now the book I'm going to read is, I think, the next one that the series on Netflix is going to be about. So that's also really fun. Oh, then I have one of my most beautiful books. Bookshops and Bone Dust by Travis Baldree. Just look how stunning this is. Really excited to read this one during fall. Then I also have The Once and Future Witches by Alex E. Harrow. I have no clue what this book is about because it got recommended to me and I just bought it without looking anything up. But also excited. And then I have Emily Wilde's Map of the Otherlands by Heather Fawcett. I read the first book and really loved it. So I'm really excited. And also look how stunning this book is. I'm getting boxed in. Okay, no, let's do this stack. These are some manga. I have Spy Family 2 and Spy Family 3. Really excited to read these 2. Then I also have Fruits Basket, which is also the 2nd volume. I really love the first one. Okay, I need to go a bit faster because this is going to take forever. I have The War of Two Queens by Jennifer L. Armentrout. I really love From Blood and Ash, but I'm just not really, I don't know, I'm not really into the rest of the series and I just mainly think that my focus isn't there. Then I also have A Light in the Flame and A Shadow in the Ember by Jennifer L. Armentrout. I don't know why I got these 2 in hardback and the other ones in paperback, but I did it. Okay, I'm going to continue with fantasy romance and I got Crescent City 1 and 2 by Sarah J. Maas, which I'm really excited about. I still need to buy the 3rd book, but we're just gonna read these 2 first. Then I have The House Witch by Delamhach. I don't know, but I thought this would be a very short book. Turns out it's not. But I'm really excited to read this one in the fall. Then I have Bewitched by Laura Telesa. I really loved other books by her, so I'm sure I'm going to love this one. Then I have The Ashes and the Star-Cursed King by Carissa Broadbent. I don't know why I haven't read this one already because I love her, but we're going to read it. Then I have Gothicana by Ronix. I thought this was YA, turns out it isn't, so I'm intrigued. And then I have Spells for Forgetting by Adrian Young. I've never read anything by Adrian Young before and I'm really excited to read this one. And also it is my favorite size and my favorite kind of floppiness. It's going to be a treat. Then I have 2 kind of erotic books. The first being Wicked Beauty by Katie Roberts. I've read a lot of other books by Katie Roberts and it's always really fun. And then I have Still Beating by Jennifer Hartman, which is like really dark romance. So I'm also really excited to read this one in October. Then I have 3 books that are horror, mystery, thriller, mishmash. I have Mary by Ned Cassidy and I know how many people love this book, so I'm sure I'm going to love it as well. I have 5 Survive by Holly Jackson. I've never read anything by Holly Jackson before, but this book seems really fun. And then I have one of my favorite horror authors and that is Rachel Harrison with Black Sheep. Then we're getting into my romance books. I have a few. The first one being Iris Kelly Doesn't Date by Ashley Herring Blake. This is the third book in the series and I really love the first two books. From Ellie Hazelwood, I have Love on the Brain and Love Theoretically, and I really liked the Love Hypothesis, so I'm sure I'm going to love these two. Then I have Wildfire, which is a second book. The first one was Icebreaker, I think, and I liked that. It was not one of my favorites, but I liked it, so we'll see. And then I have Girls Like Girls by Hayley Kiyoko. I really like Hayley Kiyoko, and when I found out she wrote a book, I bought it immediately. And now I'm going to grab the books that you are standing on. Rude. I have From These Dark Depths by Vanessa Versanen. This is the second book in a series about pirates. Then I have Kiss of Iron by Claire Saker. I was really excited to read this one, but then I heard everyone hated it and now I'm scared. Then I have A Touch of Malice by Scarlett St. Clair. I think this is the third or the fourth book in the series. It is fun. It's not a book I would recommend, but it is fun to read. Then I have The Inadequate Heir by Danielle L. Jensen. I loved other books by Danielle L. Jensen. And this is the third book in the series, by the way. So really excited. Then I have A Curse for True Love by Stephanie Garber. This is the third book in the series, I think. So I do have to get the first two. And I still need to read finale. So I don't know how I'm going to do that. I'm probably just going to buy them and add to the stack of books that I need to read before the end of the year. Then I have A Fate Inked in Blood by Danielle L. Jensen. This is not part of the series. This is a new series and I love it. I think it's stunning. Look how cool. Can't wait to read it. I haven't heard anyone talk about it, so maybe that's a bad sign, but I don't know. And then the last book I have is Zodiac Academy Ruthless Fae. And I'm starting to think these aren't all the books that are on my TBR because I think I missed one. Let me look real quick. Okay, I searched everywhere, but I can't find it. But it is the book that's before this one. It's the 1.5 book. I have no clue where it is, but I'm sure I'm going to find it. I'm just gonna count the books and you will see the number of books that I will have to read in 6 months here. And I'm scared, but I'm sure I can do it. So these are all the books that I will have to read within the 6 months. I'm going to upload a video once a month involving this project. And it's going to be so much fun. It's probably going to be long videos because I have a lot of different aspects I want to bring to the videos. But I'm really excited about it. I hope you are too. Thank you so much for being here. And please let me know if I have to prioritize certain books, because I have no clue where to begin. Okay, thank you so much for watching my video and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!